In this video, I'm going to share 3 English habits that actually helped me and perhaps you become a decent English user in college. I was treating English like most people would do. I was studying English in a rigid way, cramming knowledge points and letting them go before and after tests, and binge watching movies and TVs and videos or reality TV shows or something like that. This kind of learning style has stayed with me for almost 2 years. And hey, let me be straight with you. If I learned English like that all along, I wouldn't probably be able to speak English like this. So in this video, I would like to share with you the habits of English learning that I wish that I would keep from day one in college. Takeaway number 1, I would spend more time creating in English, not just consuming, even if what I create is a piece of junk. There is a really common and wrong mindset among college students when it comes to English that we think that we can learn before using. Most of the time when I ask people why they learn English, I always get answers like, I liked learning English. I binge TV shows a lot and I binge all these shorts, videos pretty much every day. When asked if they have used English to create something, the answer is probably no. And actually, that was me. When I checked the folders that I created back in college, I realized how little that I created in English. That was a huge waste of time. It wasn't until I entered a serious writing and speaking competition that I realized how bad my writing and speaking really was. That experience hit hard, and it was disheartening. However, with the context, I developed the habit of creating in English. And it was also to the credit of that habit, as well as the following contest, that I realized that I could be a good writer and speaker. This habit moves on to make me want to make videos about English. Also, it was to the credit of video making that I realized that I was very bad at this, but I wish I could get better at this. All those experiences confirmed something important. The real correct mindset of learning English is learning while using. Write and speak every day, even if your first essay or your first speech is garbage. As long as you keep writing, you will improve. When you look back and realize how terrible your early work was, that's when you know that you have made improvement. Of course, that doesn't mean that you have to make videos like me. You can seek alternatives, like keeping a diary, writing down your thoughts, journaling your life, or even just random free writing. Yeah, I should have been creating earlier, even if it was just for myself. By the way, I recommend checking out this book, On Writing Well by William Zenser. It is not a textbook, it is more like a series of thoughtful reflections that help you understand the essence of English writing. I believe it could take you further. Now, habit number 2, take it out of the classroom. I would never treat English as a mere school subject, something we learn in the classroom, attending lectures, finishing exercises, and taking tests. I would do something with it outside the classroom. If we do it in the classroom, only studying English for tests, especially in college, our progress would look like this: up before an exam, down right after, like a roller coaster. Whereas soon we'll become bored with learning it, and this is actually the same old story happening around. Instead, I will read and listen to something beyond what texts require. College is where we can actually free ourselves from tests for random and casual reading. I really agree with what Stephen Curry says in his famous book, The Power of Reading, in which he proposes an incredible notion of free voluntary reading, FVR. FVR suggests that reading should be a studying process where we voluntarily select what we consume. One of its core messages is that when reading is tied to tests, grades, or mandates, it loses its power to naturally develop language and foster general literacy. With the desire to take it outside of classroom, I would use English as a tool to explore my curiosity. I would head straight to the library and check out English books related to my major or to things that I'm just curious about. Although I wasn't really great at my major back then, I'm a little bit of a math allergic. I still try to learn my major through English, actually. I'd also spend a lot of time watching educational videos in English. Whenever I want to learn something new, whether it is a skill, a subject, or it's just a random interest, I go straight to the English content. And that's how I learned video editing, photographing, um, and some tech specs or something like that. These are some of the channels that I really dig. And if you're interested in, you can check them out. And here's the good news. If you focus on using English in real life, chances are your test scores will still be just fine. Yeah, what I would do is not just learn English. Instead, I would do something with it. Okay, that's it. Habit number 3. I will go out there and find a community of English to join. I'm not talking about the pricey exchange programs or top-notch debate clubs. I'm talking about the things that you can basically find at every school. First of all, international events. They bring together people from all over the world. I was part of some events doing guiding work, translation, or interpreting, or things like that. This became my way of using English by talking to people from all over the world. I'd never set foot in another country outside of China, but actually now we don't have to travel to another country to speak in English. But I have to be very honest with you guys. If you participate in activities like this as a student, chances are you won't likely get a lot of opportunity to speak in English often. There's another option to take actually. Participate in English events hosted on campus, even if you're not confident in your English yet. Be courageous and volunteer to attend activities organized on your campus. And you will definitely find activities like this because I know that there's always some English teachers who love to organize activities where students can practice English all together. I remember participating in debating and speaking training clubs back in the day on campus. These were activities where we were voluntarily forced to speak English with a specific purpose. All of these activities make me courageous enough and confident enough in participating in English contests. And that was a major step forward for me. It was also thanks to these activities that I got to know people who were also very good at and passionate about English learning. Through these opportunities, I discovered conversation group where we could talk in English with one another, casually. And this is, I would say, a new world explored. Importantly, I don't think that we should feel remorse for having missed a lot of incredible and interesting experiences just because we were so unconfident and so afraid to talk in English. I have to say that I wasted 2 years, and you shouldn't. So that's it. Those are my 3 things that I wish I'd know from day 1 in college. What is your bucket list? What is your to-do list or something like that? Let me know in the comment section below. And this is Shawny English here. Happy learning. I will see you in next video. Bye-bye.